Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I let it give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings unto the elect. Back out here once again, prophesy the downfall of America, which America will be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Also come out here to preach repentance to the elect of my people, 30 so-called black, Latino, Native, and Seminole Indians. We are the Israelites according to archaeology, history, and prophecy, right? And all of America is done. All of America is through. Right? Which I was just talking to a brother on the phone briefly, and we were just talking about how how all of America is done, right? Because it was certain parts of America that was like cool, that it's not really drug infested, it's not really homelessness, it's not at an all-time high. And but we was talking about like really bro, it's like all of America. And because I had mentioned the fact that when I was living in Dallas in 2018, it wasn't really a lot of homelessness, right? It really wasn't a lot of people that was homeless, right? You had a few, people downtown, of course, here and there, and on the highway, or living in tents here and there. But now, man, Texas is infested. Texas is infested with homeless people, and I saw that when I first came down here. Well, really when I went to Austin, and I was like right around 6th Street, which 6th Street, that's supposed to be like the poppin' area of Austin, Texas. And I went down there, man, it was nothing but homeless people down there on drugs, right? And also, the brother was saying how he used to be having thoughts about how if he was in power, right? If he had the authority, how he would stop these things. And with the Heavenly Father, he's about to have the right rulers and authority real fast, or real soon, right? Because as we can see, he's the so-called white man. He's not profitable, right? Let me go ahead and bring out a precept, and then I'm gonna continue to expound. Sirach chapter 10 and verse 1. It says, "A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered." And that's how we know that this society is not governed by a prudent man. Why is that? Because all the foundations of the earth are out of course. Pursuant to Psalms chapter 82 and verse 5. It says, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. Everything is out of whack here. Everything is out of course. Everything is turned upside down here, right? Like what Job said. When you read Job, the 10th chapter, this is the land of darkness. Now, when it says land of darkness, what does that mean? Does it mean that America is dark? Right? You can't see nothing? It's talking about in a spiritual and a moral sense. A spiritual and a moral sense. All right, that's what it's talking about. It's just a metaphor, meaning that there's no wisdom, knowledge, or understanding in this place, right? That's why there's no order. And because where the law is not slack, there's order. Like it says in the book of Habakkuk, right? The book of Habakkuk says, for the law is slack. And the law is slack. And judgment will never go forth. Right? Because what we see running rampant around here, man, we see nothing but homosexuals, right, trannies, pedophiles, running rampant here in America, right? You got coke being found at the White House, which that's supposed to be, like a holy place in America, like a sacred place. But why is it that there's cocaine there? And there's probably more than likely all types of debauchery in that White House, right? Basement full of bones, dead man's bones, right? Nothing but organs down there. You never know. That White House more than likely is a sick place, man. It's the house of Satan over there, right? But this is Job, the 10th chapter, and verse 21. Before I go, whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death, a land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death without any order. This is the place without any order. And where the light is as darkness, this is complete dark here. Right? This place is real, this place is wicked. And which for the spirit, me and this Jake, I believe it was yesterday, yeah, I believe it was yesterday. We was talking about how wicked, we was talking about how wicked this earth is. Really, mainly here in America, because you had this movie, you had this movie that just came out. I believe it's called The Sound of Freedom, and he was talking about how you seen it in the movie Sound of Freedom. Is talking about human trafficking, and he was just disgusted. He was like, man, man, bro, like this world is evil, this world is dark. And we was talking for like an hour. It was this Zebulon night, right? And man, he was just talking about how wicked this world is. Hollywood, in which you have a lot of actors and actresses right now on strike in Hollywood. I believe it's actors. They're on strike right now, and you got this one Edomite that's playing like the new Spider-Man movie, not Toby Maguire, but this like young Edomite guy, and he was essentially saying in an interview how Hollywood is dark, and so the truth is coming out, right? Everything that's being done in the dark now is being brought forth to the light, and which we've been knowing these things, right? Right, a lot of us, we've been knowing these things even before coming into the faith. Because before me coming into the faith, I was like a big kind of conspiracy theorist, so to speak. Watching videos about cloning, watching videos about Hollywood and sacrificing and stuff like that. Oh, this rapper sacrificed his mom. I used to be into all those things before coming into the faith back in high school. And as well as a lot of you brothers and sisters as well. A lot of the things I don't really believe anymore, because at the end of the day, the scriptures is what's true, and some things just be conflicting, and like cloning. I don't really believe that's the thing. I don't believe you can clone somebody. I don't understand. I don't get that, and because for you for you to be able to exist, to move around, you have to have a soul. You have to have a spirit. And a clone, they're not going to have a spirit or a soul, in my opinion. So, but what was I about to get? Here we go. This book of Mark, chapter 4, and verse 22. It says here. Mark 4, verse 22. It says, verse 21. It says, and he said unto them, is a candle brought to be put under a bushel or under a bed, and not to be set on a candlestick? For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested, neither was anything kept secret, but that it should come abroad. See that? So what you're doing behind closed doors ultimately is going to be brought forth to the light. Right? Like how Hunter Biden, man, he was doing all this wickedness, and guess what? It all came forth to the light. Everything eventually comes forth to the light. You can't hide anything from the Heavenly Father. Let me go ahead and grab this. This is Surah. I hope I have it. Because I have my other Bible out here today. I don't have my new Bible. Here we go. I have it. This is Surah chapter 23 and verse 19. It says, such a man only feareth the eyes of man, and knoweth not that the eyes of Hadawan are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. You see that? So, and every father sees all things. Alright, don't think that you can just hide. Don't think you can hide your wickedness from the Most High. He sees everything. He sees everything. And the eyes of Hadawan are angels. According to Revelation, the 5th chapter, he sends angels throughout the earth. Right? And angels be coming to and fro. Like a portal. Damn near, This is Revelation chapter 5 and verse 6. It says, and I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, and in the midst of the elders, stood a lamb as it had been slain, talking about Yahweh Shai, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of the Heavenly Father sent forth into all the earth. See that? The 7 spirits. And those 7 spirits, those are talking about the angels sent forth throughout all the earth. Right? Seeing who's naughty and who's nice. And they give report to the Heavenly Father. See that? So everything that's done, it ultimately get manifest to the light. And so that's why all these Hollywood secrets, right? All these things are coming out. Oh, and now you have Ashton Kutcher, right? He came out talking about he's about to expose of the things that Hollywood do. And Ashton Kutcher, he's a factor. Right? He played on that 70s show, and he played in numerous movies. I think he played in 2.5 Men as well. He's a factor. So if he come out and speak out, you already know that's gonna get a lot of views. And so we see that Esau is being exposed. Let me go ahead and grab that. Book of Jeremiah. And Esau is being exposed because now it's time for shameful spewings to be upon his glory, like it says in the book of Habakkuk 2. And this is beautiful. All right, by the shame Esau, expose Esau, just like how Esau tried to shame us. Right, have all these nations hate us for no reason. So now your ass is about to be hated, but for a reason though. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and I'm gonna start at verse 9. It says, if grape gatherers come to thee, will they not leave some gleaning grapes? If these by night, they will destroy so they have enough. That's right, because Esau Edom, he has more than what heart can wish for, which I was gonna go into that in the book of Psalms. Right, because again, me and the brother was talking about how, if who was an authority, who actually tried to solve, Earth's problem, 1444, man, this is spirit. Hey man, when I came out the gym, because I just left the gym. And man, I left the gym and I went outside to the parking lot, and it was 444 and then 144 right next to it. I said, man, that's the spirit. As soon as I came out, it was a car parked right there, and maybe like 5 cars down, right, it was 144. So it's 444 and 144. That's the spirit. But anyway, so we was talking about how we would solve, the world issues. And again, I was talking about that to that one chick in the gym. Hey, because man, you got Elon Musk, you got Bill Gates, right? Man, you got Jeff Bezos. Man, all of them combined, they can solve world hunger. They can solve world hunger, right? They can solve homelessness, right? They can solve the drug crisis. They can solve all these things. Put all their money combined, man, everybody can be laid up in a mansion chilling. But you see, they're greedy. And then his word, I'm not too sure if it's 100% true, but their net worth, what we see, the net worth that we see on the internet, it's not really their net worth. It's actually way more than that. It's higher. So let's just say, for example, I don't know off the top of my head Elon Musk's net worth. Let's just say he's worth $1 billion. Now that's what it says. He could be worth $3 trillion. We don't know. See that? So they actually downplay their net worth. And like I said, all their net worth combined, hey, and throw the Rothschilds, the DuPonts in there, the Rockefellers, and they can solve Earth issues. But you see, they're greedy. So that's why it says here again in Jeremiah 49 and 9. If grape gatherers come to thee, will they not leave some gleaning grapes? Yeah, exactly. Hey, because there's a law, because there's a law in our Bible that says if you go glean grapes and some fall to the ground, you're not supposed to pick it up. You're supposed to leave it. You're supposed to leave it on the ground so that the poor and the hungry can come and eat it. So everybody eats. Just like how Mitch said, hey look, everybody eats, P. Everybody eats. That's why our laws, statutes, and commandments is so righteous. Our laws, statutes, and commandments are so perfect because our laws is set up to where everybody can benefit from it. But America, that's not so because this is a grimy, slimy ass country. This is a grimy, slimy ass society, man. Right? And then there's laws that are hidden that you don't know about. Right? There's laws about how, let's just say for example, you want to have your children have good credit. All you have to do is put your child's name on your credit, right? And and if you have good credit, they'll have good credit. Something like that. I can't really explain it, but essentially you can like put your child down, and whatever credit score you have, they will have that as well. And that's what Esau Edom be doing. They be setting they be setting their children up for the future. But that's because they know their loss because it's their loss. This is their society, and this is not our society. That's what our people needs to understand. Now, you may have some of our people that know that really like, get into the law of America, but a lot of our people they don't know that. See that? But point is, our laws is set up to where everybody can benefit from it, and that's why our laws are so holy and so righteous. You have a stupid ass Christian church. They want to do away with our laws, statutes, and commandments. It shows you that they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue what's going on in the law. And also certain Israelites. The law is too hard. Woo woo. Man, if you go through all the laws, you're like, dang. Man, our laws is righteous. And our laws is holy. And there's also amongst other things. But it says here, verse 10, it says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His brethren and his flock. It says, his seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. But the point is, it says that the Heavenly Father hath made Esau bare and have uncovered his secret parts. Right? That's why all these people are coming out, exposing Hollywood now. Are exposing what's really going on. Human trafficking, all these things. That's because the Heavenly Father is bringing it to light. He's bringing Esau down. Now you're not looked at with people that have real eyes. You're not looked at as that standard anymore. You're not looked at as that perfect human being, because that's how Esau Edom personified himself, and that was by way of changing the image of our Lord Yahweh Shai, the angels, the Heavenly Father, to look like Him. And so look, God is a white man, and we're white. So if God is perfect, Christ is perfect, the angels are perfect. That means that we're perfect. We're the superior human being. We are the superior race. That was the whole agenda. It wasn't because they genuinely loved the Bible, and that's what people don't understand when they say that the Bible is a white man's book. Esau, he doesn't care about the Bible. Clearly, Esau doesn't care about the Bible, right? He just knew that he could control the world with the scriptures. Again, he painted himself to be Yahweh Shai, the angels, Moses, and the Most High, all for control, all for power. Because of course we won't look at the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai is perfect. And so look, if the creator of heaven and earth is a white man and they're perfect, that means that the white race is perfect. And that's what white means. White means clean, white means holy, and that's why they turned themselves white in the middle 17th century, because that's when those racial constructs came about. Right? They started calling themselves white and started calling us, including Gad, including Reuben, right, Negro or black. In the middle 17th century, when you do your homework, even Gad and Reuben, they were classified as Negro or black, which which means what? Evil, malicious, without light. You see that? All a play on words, just so that he can look good. But now Esau, man, you're looking bad. These so-called white people are looking terrible now. See that? And that's all the doings. That's all the doings of the Heavenly Father. So Jeremiah 49:10 again says, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself." Now your ass is not able to hide yourself, because at first you was able to hide yourself. Right? At first Esau could go undetected, but now you're on everybody's radar. Now everybody wanna nuke your ass, because everybody see that you're a grimy ass human being. It says here, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not." And that's gonna come real soon in the kingdom. Esau is gonna destroy him, his seed, his brother, his nephew, all of them. So back to Job 10 and verse 22, it says, "A land of darkness, as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as darkness." That's talking about America, the valley of the shadow of death. Which King David spoke about that reading Psalms 23. Right? This is the valley of the shadow of death. Hey, because man, listen, man, you can just drop dead over here. Right? You can just be walking your dog, taking a walk, right? You drive, and you can just drop, man. You can just drop dead, literally. You can just die. This is the valley of the shadow of death right here, man. Hey, America is a real dangerous, grimy place. And that's why a lot of these people are fleeing America, right? Because they see that, hey man, the crime rate is just escalating. It's just getting higher and higher. That's because of the prophecies. Let me go ahead and grab this in Matthew 24. Because the love of many is waxing cold, right? Now it's really to the point where you move in, and you move in, let's say that you move into a new house, you move into a new apartment. You don't even talk, you don't even conversate with your neighbors. Everybody just want to run into their house and whatnot. But back then, like in the early 2000s, of course, and of course, before then, everybody knew each other. The whole block. Other adults, they'll actually discipline other adults' children. Hey, but now in this world, don't touch my child. I'll handle him and whatnot. Hey, but it takes a whole village on the raise a child. Like that was like known, you know. But that's because the love here in America wax cold to the point to where when you're nice, when you're quote unquote nice to a person, like they're like shocked, you're like, oh snap, you know? It actually catches people off guard. Because now in America in 2023, everybody is a complete scumbag, you know, everybody's selfish, everybody's prideful, right? Everybody's just grimy. So when you're actually nice to somebody, when you don't have an agenda, like it's shocking. Hey, because I remember when I was trying to sell my Xbox. I was trying to sell my Xbox. And he had the Ephraimite. He was kind of like on his toes, so to speak. You know, because it was damn near like basically a brand new Xbox. Everything was good. And for the price too, because I needed the money. So he was just like, yo, bro, like, you sure this is good? You sure this is good? You sure this is good, bro? Like, if I go home and turn it on, it would work. I'm like, yeah, bro, it's gonna work. Hey, that's because people get steam here in America. Everybody here has a play. Everybody here has a undertaken agenda. So of course, you know, everything you're kind of like sketchy about. You kind of a bit paranoid. And that's because America breeds these grimy ass people, these brute beasts. It's Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that's what time they're in. The love of many waxes cold. That's why we see all these judgment is taking place on the earth. Right? People are trying to wonder, like, damn, like, why is it that the crime rate is growing up? You have more robberies. That's because the love of many is waxing cold. People are getting more grimy and evil by the second. And you have people that admit that, you know? Like the rappers, they be calling themselves demons, gremlins. And so do our people follow suit. We're really living in a time where people are calling themselves demons. Man, back in the early 2000s, that's when everybody was heavy, heavy like church going. Back then, they be like, "Well, you're a demon. I rebuke you in the name of the blood of Jesus, the blood of Jesus." Hey, but now nobody cares. That's because more and more this place is turning into a godless society, and this is supposed to be a Christian ran society, right? And that's why everybody is turning to Islam. Yeah, you have a lot of people they are now turning to Islam because on the outside looking in, although there's a lot of griminess in the Quran and also within the our religion of Islam, but on the outside looking in, everything seems to be in order, you know. There's like more modesty, so to speak, when it comes on to Islam, you know. But when it comes on to Christianity, the westernized Christianity, the fake Christianity, man, it's a free for all. You can basically do whatever you want, but all you gotta do is repent in the name of Jesus, and you all good. That's the message, or that's the propaganda that's promoted by these Christian pastors. That's why now you drive by, you see nothing but LGBTQ flags, which obviously, really the flag is supposed to be holy, right? The rainbow. The rainbow, that's actually supposed to be a holy thing. And Esau took that and corrupted that. Just like how he did with everything. That's why this man gotta go. Right? Oh man, and I seen this one video. Hey, this lab-grown meat thing is really real. This lab-grown meat thing is actually real, man. It's set to debut. I think it already debuted, but I think now it's on the market in San Francisco and in Washington D.C. I actually seen a video of it. Lab-grown chicken meat. So, bro, we really have to get out of America. That's why we gotta continue to labor. That's what a lot of these niggas don't understand, man. A lot of these so-called men that profess to be in the faith, look what Esau Edom is doing. They're putting lab-grown meat in the stores. It said to debut. Look it up. We already saw that the FDA approved it, and it's about to hit the shelves in San Francisco and in Washington D.C. Of course, San Francisco, right? One of the most wickedest places on the earth, and D.C. You know what I'm saying? And San Francisco is like one of the leaders of America. San Francisco and New York. Whatever San Francisco do and New York does, everybody else follows suit. We saw that with the cough. San Francisco and New York went on lockdown, and all the rest of America went on lockdown. Because that's like the two leaders of America. That's why when anybody think of America, they automatically think of San Francisco, California, or New York, right? They think of that dumbass bridge, that long ass bridge, and a statue of Liberty, I think. I think that's what it's called. That damn train. It's trainy, by the way. That damn that green statue. That's really a train. A lot of people don't know that. Hidden facts, the wickedness of America. So now going back to Surah, the 10th chapter. Yeah. So that's why you guys that profess to be in the faith, man, you gotta get your shit together. We trying to get the hell up out of here. We trying to go home. We ain't trying to stay here in America. We got lab grown meat, right? Man, food is covered in pork. for example, you wanna get you some bacon, right? Now when you look at it, oh, beef bacon, turkey bacon ingredients. Ingredients just beef. Ingredients just turkey. Hey, but guess what? It could have pork casing. It could have pork casing, which defiles the whole entire thing. So it doesn't matter if the bacon itself, the bacon strips itself, is beef or turkey. But guess what? If it's in pork casing, it's going off. You can't eat it. See? But who does shit like that? Esau Edom. Because anything the Heavenly Father does, he wants to do the complete opposite. Like a goddamn child, man. That's what a child do. That's what a child does. When Esau is a child. It tells you that in the book of Job. Man, let me go ahead and grab that. I haven't read that in a good while. Job, what's that? I think it's like Job, the 30th chapter. This book of Job, Job chapter 30, I believe it's chapter 30. Job chapter 30 and verse, here we go. Job chapter 30, and I'm gonna start at verse which, basically this whole chapter is going in on Esau. We're talking about Esau when we were reigning in the dark ages. We're talking about how he was fronting, he couldn't speak, and the whole nine. Job chapter 30 and verse 5. It says, they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them after a thief. That's what it says. They were driven forth from among men. Because again, when we were ruling in Europe, right, which you had certain Hamites that was also up there with us. Hey, because the Moors, hey, just to throw this out there, we all say that the Moors were Jake, which a lot of Moors was Jake, but some Moors were also Hamites, and some Moors were also Ishmaelites as well. And because all Moor means is just black or like dark skin. See that? So not every Moor, so not all Moors were Jakes. You had some Moors that were Hamites, and you also had some Moors that were Ishmaelites, right? And what all the dark nations did, man, we chased Esau ass to the rocks, to the caves, where his ass wasn't bathing. Right, his ass was eating out of skulls, right? A degenerate. With Esau, man, that's how we know who the Edomites are. Esau, to this day, is a degenerate as well. Now he may look like on the outside looking in, like, okay, it's well kept, man, right? Hey, but behind closed doors, he's a complete weirdo. He's a complete psychopath. Jeffrey Dahmer, for example. Ted Bundy. They all, oh yeah, these are great, man. These are good white men. They can get hoes, especially Ted Bundy, complete ladies man, so to speak. The whole time he was a complete lowlife. He was a whole murderer, rapist, probably a pedophile too, more than likely. He was a damn sicko. Shalom, bro. You got a brother in the choir. Y'all about to stop. Hey, which this lesson is inspired by him, because like I said earlier, I was talking to him right before I hit the highway, and the brother was talking about how this whole earth is out of order, really like America, everything's through, and once we get into power, right, the earth is going to be restored back to its rightful place. Everything is going to be restored back to order. So back to Job 30 and 5, says they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, and the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Yeah, and that's why Caucasian means what? Cave dweller. Caucasian literally means cave dweller. And because again, they were dwelling in caves. See that? And which, by the way, Esau wasn't the first nation to live in caves too, by the way. We know that's just some rhetoric. You know that's rhetoric, right? And because originally Mount Seir actually belong to the I want to say the Hivites. I want to say the Hivites. Let me go ahead and try to find it in the book of Genesis. You know, facts. Facts over feelings. And because the what said is Esau, they were the original cave dweller, which that's not true. Uh, I want to say it was the Hivites that originally lived in Mount Seir. It's in the book of Genesis somewhere. No, it's in Genesis. Just forget where. I just forgot where it's at. Yeah, but if y'all look it up, you'll see. You'll see that Mount Seir was Hamites. Hamites originally lived in Mount Seir, and I believe Hivite. Hivite actually means cave dweller as well. Can't find it, but if y'all look it up, but if y'all look it up, it's in there. So back to Job chapter 30 and verse 7. It says, among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. It says they were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. So the scriptures call them children. They are children of fools. So-called white men, Esau, Edom. Right? Again, comparing Esau, Edom to a child. Right? Because again, anything the Most High say to do, they do the complete opposite. And that's what a child do. You tell a child to not touch something, they go ahead and do it anyway. And that's the spirit that Esau is in. Well, actually, we've seen that. We've seen that with Isaac. We've seen that with Isaac. Isaac told Jacob and Esau not to deal with the Canaanites. And what did Esau go ahead and do? He went right ahead and took him a wife from Canaan. And there was a reason why. There's a reason why we couldn't. And still to this day, we cannot deal with Canaan. Why is that? Because Canaan before Esau became our number one enemy, it was Canaan at first, right? And because they were doing all types of wickedness, right? They were doing child sacrificing, right? They were doing a bunch of idolatry, and that's why the Lord had us kick them out the land, pursuant to Wisdom of Solomon, the 12th chapter. And what's so interesting as well? My dad told me, because you have a lot of Canaanites in West Africa, and my dad told me that them and the Hausa people, which the Hausa are Canaanites, the Hausa people are Hamites. He told me that they had beef. He told me that they have beef with each other, and that their women, they're not allowed to marry the men, and vice versa. It goes right with Deuteronomy 7. So that's all spiritual. So it's all spiritual in itself, and they're also tradesmen. And the Canaanites, they were known for trading. They're known for trading by sea. When you read Ezekiel, I believe Ezekiel 27, Ezekiel 28, on the Prince of Tyrus, which our brothers use that for Esau, but really in context, when you really read Ezekiel 27 and Ezekiel 28 is actually talking about Canaan. And when you go to New York, you see them Hamites. When you go to New York, you see them Hamites down Times Square, right? Brooklyn. They be selling the fake Gucci bag, Louis bags, Gucci belts. They be down there hustling. And because the Canaanites are known as hustlers. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you know we know who these people are. We know exactly who these people are. Right? Elam, Ishmael. Bro, Elam, Ishmael, they're given. You can just run up to a Elamite or run up to a Ishmaelite and ask them. And they will say, yeah, we go back to Ishmael. Oh yeah, we go back to Elam. Elam knows too. I actually have a screenshot. I seen it on TikTok. There's one chick. She said, my people are Elam. Now it's not spelled how we spell it. I think it's like Eelam, something like that. I said, oh shit, man, that's Elam, literally. You ask Cush. You ask the Cushites. Like, yeah, y'all Cush, right? They be like, yeah, we're Cushites. We're Cushites. So they all know who they are. Which shows you that we're the only ones that don't know who we are. Got the sister Rebecca Shalom, Yabba Shem Shabbat. We're the only ones that don't know who we are, which emphatically proves that we are the Israelites. That emphatically proves that we are the Israelites. All these other nations, they know who they are, but yet Isaiah 1 and 3, the ox knows its owner, the ass is his master's spirit, but Israel don't know. Our people do not consider. So now we drop that. We'll read Job 30 and verse 6 again. It says, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth and in the rocks, among the bushes they brayed. Under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. That's right, they are viler than the earth, and that's why society is super ran down. Now going back to Surah, the 10th chapter. And once we get into power, everything's gonna be good. Which shows you that we're set up. That we're set up to be the ultimate kings, the ultimate rulers. And because that's really what be on our minds, like, to solve, earth issues. That's because Yahweh Rajazah, we were actually the ones that helped out Yahweh Shah create everything. You see? Right, the elect, they actually aided Yahweh Shah in creating everything. Right, it tells you that in St. John 17, that the elect, they were with Yahweh Shah ever since the beginning, before the foundations of the earth. Let me go ahead and grab that. And that they followed the Lamb, whithersoever he went. So this is St. John chapter 17. And let me see where I want to start. Which the whole chapter, man, the whole chapter is heat. The whole chapter. St. John 17. And I'm gonna start at verse 20. Yep, St. John 17 and 20. It says, neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word. Which, when you read St. John 17, Yahweh Shai is praying for the 12 at first, and then he prays for the rest of the elect, right? And he excludes 2/3 of our people. Like for example, let me jump up to verse 9. St. John 17 and 9. I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. Which, we hear brothers use that to try to cut Esau, or try to cut anybody that brings that salvation for everybody. They will go here, but really in context, St. John 17 and 9, it says, I pray for them, I pray not for the world. Yahweh is saying, I'm praying for the 12, I'm not praying for the rest of Israel. Right, so dumbing down to verse 20 again. It says, neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word, that they all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me, and I in thee, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that thou hast sent me. So showing you that all of all of the elect, they're gonna be on one accord. Now it may be that just because you're of the elect doesn't mean that you're gonna get along with everybody, right? Doesn't mean that you're gonna like each other. Hey, but spiritually, all of the remnant are gonna be on one accord. Verse 22, in the spirit, and in spirit and judgment. Verse 22, and the glory which thou gavest me, I have given them, that they may be one, even as we are one. So Yahweh Shai parted his glory with this men, starting with the 12, and then the rest, of the elect, not the 144,000. Verse 23, I in them, and thou in me, that they may be made perfect in one, and that the world may know that thou hast sent me, and hast loved them, as thou hast loved me. Father, I will that they also, whom thou hast given me, be with me where I am, that they may behold my glory, which thou hast given me. For thou lovest me before the foundation of the world. See that? So Yahweh Shai, hey look, it was all set up by the Most High to set up Yahweh Shai and his men before the foundation of the world. And so that's why it's really in brother's spirit, like, oh man, we're just so itching to come in the power because we were actually with Yahweh Shai. We were actually with them before the world was created. That's why we feel so connected with them through the spirit. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, like no bullshit. Sometimes, sometimes when I read John and when I read about Yahweh Shai, getting crucified, him getting slapped up and whatnot, bro, like, I be feeling like greatly offended. I be damn near about to shed tears reading it. I feel like I was actually like with them there. I be getting offended, and that's why we see a lot of our people they're homeless. Man, Haiti, man, you see Haiti going through it. That's because them same Levites, they're the ones that was talking shit. Because the majority of the scribes, Pharisees, they were Judah, Benjamin, Levi. More than likely the vast majority of them were Levites. Obviously the high priest, the chief priest, and they were the main ones that was hating on our Lord. So man, I be feeling greatly offended. Because Yahweh Razazar, we're actually Yahweh Shai's men. And so when your closest partner or your brother getting messed with, that offends you. You get offended. You get angry. Right? So now jump into Revelation, the 14th chapter, just to put a stamp on what I said. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 2. I'm sorry, verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps. And they sung, as it were, a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders. And no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women, talking about other doctrines, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. See that? So these are the men that follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. So that means that the 144,000, they were always with Yahweh Shai. They were always with them. That's why, especially with the 12, all the Lord had to say was one thing, and they just dropped everything, followed him, and they didn't even know why. Like, damn, for some reason why I just like Matthew. He was literally at work, which that's how you know Jake. That's how you know that the people in the Bible are Jake. He was literally at work, but his homie came through. His bro came through like, yo, follow me. shit, I'm out. That's only something that Jake would do. Partner call you, yo, bro, where you at? I'm at work. Bro, come through. I bet. Clock out early, and you slide through. Hey, but it was something in them to want to follow Yahweh Shai. Right? Just like how different brother spirits just resonate with each other, right? That's because we were all together in our past life. We were all together in our past life, right? And because that's how the Heavenly Father set things up too. Right? You may have brothers in twos, you may have brothers in threes, and you read that same, and when you really analyze the scriptures, it's a common pattern, right? Like Jeremiah had a Baruch, or you have Elijah, Elisha. You had Moses, Aaron, Moses, and Joshua. You had Joshua and Caleb. Like the Heavenly Father always pairs up, always have people in pairs, right? And that's what you see in real lifetime happening. So going back to St. John, 17 and verse 25 now. It says, O righteous Father, the world hath not known thee, but I have known thee. And these have known that thou hast sent me. And I have declared unto them thy name, and will declare it, that the love wherewith thou hast loved me may be in them, and I in them. Showing you that Yahweh has deep love for us. Right? Yahweh, he's always praying. Yahweh is always praying. He's always praying for us. Right? That's how we overcome affliction. Go ahead and grab that in Luke. Right? Yahweh prayed for Peter, and Peter he got strong. And then Yahweh said, after you're done, go ahead and strengthen your brothers. So we always have Yahweh Desire, we those men. When you have Yahweh praying for us all around the clock. You saw through, bro. Beautiful. This is Luke chapter 22, verse 31. It says, and how the one said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. See that? In which Satan is desiring to sift all of us every day. Every day, the Heavenly Father sends Satan on a task to try to sift every single last one of us. Right? That's why, hey, look, that's why some days you won't have your highs in the faith where you feel untouchable, and then you have your lows where you have nothing but spirits in your mind, demons just festering you, right? But where of Yahweh Shai is chosen, Yahweh Shai is praying for us. Yahweh Shai got us. See? Verse 32. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not, which your faith is going into strength. Yahweh Shai said, I pray for thee, that your strength fail not. And which, like it says in Proverbs 24:10, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. Which is going into your faith. So, if you need more strength, all you gotta do is pray and ask. Right? All you gotta do is pray to Yahweh in the name of the Son Yahweh Shai for more strength. Alright, and that's what we should be praying for on a daily basis. Right, saying the Blah the Wan, which I did like a little lesson on how to say a Hebrew word. Right, that's up there on the channel. Alright, saying the Psalm 51:11. Whatever other personal prayers, brothers and sisters may want to pray to the Lord. Hey, but you gotta be praying for spiritual gifts so that we can endure America. Again, going back to what I was talking about, man, this place out of whack. And this place is completely out of whack. You got nothing but demons walking around. Right? Satan is out like a lion looking to devour each and every single last one of us. So, every day is a constant fight. Every day is a constant battle. And you want to be completely armed spiritually. Like it tells you in the book of Ephesians, the 6th chapter. And you can't be armed if you're not tapping in with the Lord, You have to tap in constantly. I find myself really, really when I'm in the scriptures and when I'm at camp, that's when that's when demons don't really be attacking me like that. My spirit feels at ease a whole lot, right? But it's like when I'm sitting down watching TV, or I'm just on my phone. That's when them demons be bone rushing me, But that's the spirit letting you know, like, all right, well, you need to tap in more, be in the scriptures more often, occupying yourself in the ministry, doing more work. See? So back to Luke 22 and 31, it says, "But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brothers." That when you are converted, strengthen your brothers. How do you strengthen on the brotherhood? With this, the scriptures, exhortation, testimonials, right? You also overcoming afflictions, and brothers seeing that, and they wax stronger off your bonds. But that's what happens when you read Philippians, the first chapter. You had many brethren. Of the faith. They seen what they seen. Matter of fact, I'm getting the GNC. They seen what Paul was going through, and Paul overcame those afflictions, and they waxed stronger. This is the book of Philippians, chapter 1, and let me see. I'm gonna start at verse 12. Well, I'm gonna start with 9. It says, "I pray that your love will keep on growing more and more, together with true knowledge and perfect judgment, so that you will be able to choose what is best. Then you will be free from all impurity and blame on the day of Hamashiach." Yeah, because we want to be found without blame when Yahweh returns, and we want our report cards to say all A's, all A pluses. See, so that Yahweh, all he got to say is, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." Right? I'll make you a ruler of many things. Right? That's what we want to hear. We don't want to hear, "I don't know you. I don't know you. Depart from me." Hey, because you gonna have a lot of that being said upon the return of Yahweh. And Yahweh is gonna be rejecting a lot of people. Right? A lot of men that were originally in the faith, and they fell out. Hey, but they gonna try and they gonna try to slide in on the chariot off their previous works, off their old works, which it doesn't work like that, man. It's all about what you're doing right now. It's all about what you're doing right now. It's all about the work that you're putting in right now. Like, you just can't go ghost, right? You just can't go ghost and then come back simply because you were the man back in the day. Like how that lyric goes, "Damn homie, back in the day, damn homie, back in the day, you was the man, homie." Well, guess what, man? The Heavenly Father, he doesn't operate like that. If you ain't putting in the work right now, hey, listen, you just can't slide in. You just can't slide in the kingdom based off who you were back in the day. Hey, brother, this is the great high priest, he was burning down Times Square. All right, well, where you been at? It's 2023, and the man went ghost for like 20 years. See? So all the works that he previously did, Heavenly Father, while Yahweh ain't gonna remember none of those things. It's all about the work that you're putting in right now. It doesn't matter how many years you got in, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you put in 20, 30, 40 years, or you brought in this man to the truth, brought in that man to the faith. It's all about what you're doing right now. Right? You have a lot of dicks, they love to live off what they did in the past. Which, and that's cool and all. Respect, of course. But what are you doing what are you doing that's profitable to the ministry right now? Nothing. So, verse 11, it says, your lives will be filled with the truly good qualities which only Yahweh Shai Mashiach can produce for the glory and praise of the Heavenly Father. If you want to know, my friends, that the things that have happened to me have really helped the progress of the gospel. See, that's what Paul's saying. The things that happened unto me actually helped forwarded the progress of the gospel. It says, as a result, the whole palace guard, and all the others here know that I am in prison because I am a servant of Hamashiach. And my being in prison has given most of the believers more confidence in Ha'adawan, so that they grow bolder all the time to preach the message fearlessly. You see that? So the things that got niggas smoking weed, but the things that happened to Paul, right? Him being thrown in prison, that actually helped the progress of the gospel, of the progress of the gospel. It shows you that, man, us brothers whom other brothers look at look at as like father figures and big brothers, man. We have to continue to wax stronger and stronger, man, right, and not faint, right, because people are looking at us to endure, so that's why you can't just come up here on camera and you looking all distraught, you looking all destroyed, right? You look like you just took a gun out of your mouth. And because bros gonna shit and they're also gonna fall victim to that spirit, because spirits are contagious, especially being some odd reason. Our people love being in like a downtrodden through ass spirit, but when it comes into being in a optimistic type of spirit, it's hard to follow suit. And like you read in Numbers, when they came back with that evil report, all of Israel was like, oh fuck, man, we through. Hey, but Joshua Caleb was like, no, man, we good. But nobody followed that spirit of Joshua and Caleb. It's so easy to fall victim to that through ass spirit. Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy, and that's the same spirit we got. Look, man, we're gonna win. Pumped up. Deuteronomy chapter 20 and verse 8. And it says here, and the officers shall speak further to the people, and they shall say, what man is there that is fearful and faint-hearted? Let him go and return into his house, lest his brethren's heart faint as well as his heart. See that? So you can't be in a faint-hearted type spirit, because that's going to rub off on everybody else. Right? You gotta be pumped up in the spirit. Or you have to have high spirits. You have to have an optimistic type of spirit, not a pessimistic type of spirit, Let's just say your point guard saying, listen, team, I don't know if we're gonna win this. The point guard and the quarterback, because the point guard and the quarterback, they're like the leaders of the team, So the quarterback or the point guard, they come in the locker room and they say, I don't know, bro, it's looking crazy, man. They outside in the layup lines doing fucking 360s, windmills. I don't know, man. Now everybody else is like, oh shit, man. But on the flip side, if you come in like, oh, bro, that nigga's light, man. We're gonna whoop their ass. Everybody's gonna have that confident type spirit. That's the same spirit that you gotta push on. Hey, look, man. And look, despite being in this hellhole, right? Despite going through different trials and tribulations, hey, man, Heavenly Father, while Yahweh Shai is gonna give us the strength to overcome it. See? Hey, but I'm gonna salute out Yahweh Dazah, brothers and sisters who edified. All praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Malak, blah, 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 Ahabatham. Shalom, stay strong. You already know, sister. Yeah, shalom. Yahweh Shem Shabbat. And Baruch Atem to everybody. Shalom.